What's on my mind today is let's talk about the difference between where you are and where you want to be and being content in the process. I think for a lot of realtors, a lot of business people, we're always competing. We're always competing with other people. We're always competing with our old version of ourselves. We're always trying to get ahead. And what I learned is that's great. You need to move forward. You need to get better. From when I was younger to now, my life completely shifted. And from now until the future, my life is going to shift again, and your life is going to shift again. So, just a couple thoughts. Number one is you really got to learn to, you know, this one concept that took me from being unsatisfied to having extreme gratitude is doing my gratitude journal. But basically, what I learned from doing my gratitude journal is this: you can never, right, be like somebody else. Your life, all it's like nobody has an identical life. Nobody has an identical exact things, right? There's always some give and take. There's always some difference between your life and somebody else's life. You might have something they don't. They might have something you don't. But if you're comparing yourself all the time to other people and you're trying to say, like, I don't have this thing yet, or I don't have that thing yet, or I'm not like this, that's going to lead to a lot of dissatisfaction. So, yes, of course, progress equals happiness. Of course, you should always try to be better than you used to be. Of course, that's how you maintain. That's how I was able to grow and accomplish more things and buy new things and buy investment properties and continue to grow and continue to try to push forward to get bigger houses and all these things. But at the same time, if you are not satisfied with what you have while you are in the pursuit of what you want, that leads to a lot of dissatisfaction in your own personal heart and your mind. So, if I could caution you anything about growing business or trying to be better at life is like, hey, learn to realize that there are things that you have that other people would want. There are things that other people might have that you might want. However, if you just take the time to work on and be grateful for the things that you have, right? The things that are making you that are yours, specific to you, like whatever it is, your specific things that other people might not have, right? Your family, your loved ones, the way that you are, the way that you look. If you learn to have gratitude in that, that's going to give you the satisfaction in the now. And then from there, you just work on becoming better and trying to accomplish these bigger goals that you might have for your business or your personal life. However, if you are so focused on the things that you might want to accomplish that you don't yet have, there are certain goals I wasn't able to get to for like 10 years. It's like, imagine if I was unhappy that whole time. And in the beginning, I was. But then I just learned, like, I do have things to be happy for in the now that I have now while I'm working towards my bigger goals. And then the comparison of trying to mimic your life exactly after somebody else is just crazy. No two people really have the same life. Like, my brother and I make the same money and do the same things, but we really don't have the same life. There's very few people, none, I would say, that have an identical life, identical mindset, identical things that they think all the time. So you just have to make sure that you take your time and be grateful for what you have while you are in the pursuit of what you want, which inevitably gives you the internal happiness to then go pursue the things that you want without being sad about the things that you don't have, because you're happy about the things that you have while you're on the way to get what you want. You get it? Just trying to help you with this mindset. This one mindset has helped me a lot in my lifetime, because I was never always perfect. I always had to struggle. I was always on the come up. I always had a chip on my shoulder. And I think, like, comparison sometimes is the thief of joy. You do have things that other people would be grateful for, and you just have to recognize that. And then you go after your goals. And if you don't hit your goals this year or next year, like, you will hit them. Just keep going after them. Just don't stop. And that will keep your mind intact.